brought to you by TELUS.
Hello, I'm Mike Agerbo.
Hi there, I'm Mariam Murtosh, and this is AppTV.
A tour through the ever-expanding world of all things app-related.
So to get things started, we're going to take a look at something that's pretty standard on most phones and is often taken for granted.
We're talking about the camera app. Just point and snap a picture with the tap of a button. You can save the photos right to your photo library, email, or MMS them to friends and family, even send them to print.
Most smartphones come complete with a flash feature, though the quality of the flash can vary quite seriously. Some barely add light to the situation, while others demand the use of sunblock to prevent first-degree burns.
So true. Well, the iPhone 4 has some added bonuses like an HDR mode and tap-to-focus feature, and Android has a few stylized looks in addition to a panoramic mode that's built right in.
But the camera has some other options that you may have not even considered, and some apps can help your camera become a useful tool in situations other than the vacation photo or family portrait.
So get ready to focus in on the camera through a whole new lens.
They often say a picture is worth 1,000 words, but with your mobile camera and the right application, it's worth so much more than that. For example, you can scan things to find out websites, you can purchase items, you can even translate different languages. The technology that I'm talking about is called QR, or quick response. And you've probably seen these in many different places already, bus stops, and hey, even on the back of newspapers. If you take a look here, I've got one right here. It was originally developed by car manufacturers to track the thousands of parts that go into different automobiles. But today, advertisers are using this technology in order to give you more and more information, as well as download things like mobile coupons and even send ready-to-send texts. Let me show you how it works. You simply open up the QR reader, which is an app that you'll download to your mobile phone. You'll scan the QR, and in this case, it's taking me to this company's website. Now, how cool is that? We're going to show you how you can take QR codes to the next level. I'm here at the Ethical Bean coffee shop. We're using an app called Mobio, and it's going to let us pre-order our coffee and pick it up hot and ready to go. I don't have to deal with getting out my credit card. It's as simple as pointing my smartphone at a QR code, and it's as good as done. Oh, thank you so much.
Thank you.
See you later. But wait, we're not done yet. What if I told you there was an app for your mobile phone that used the camera to actually point at signs and change the text from one language to another language in real time? It's called Word Lens. Let's check it out. Hold your camera up to a word or short phrase and watch Word Lens translate the words into another language. It does the translation in real time, and it's ideal for things like signs and menus. In this case, we're using record names. Right now, it's available in English to Spanish and Spanish to English, but there's more languages coming on their way. One thing to remember, the app is a free download, but every time you add a new dictionary, you have to pay for that. Adios, amigos.
We've shown you some amazing things you can do with the lens on your smartphone using apps. Now, we want to focus on what you can do with those photos once they're in your phone as we take a look at some of our favorite photo editing apps. You can have a whole lot of fun with Photochop. Cut or chop yourself out of any photo and place yourself on another background with cropping, resizing, and other tricks. It's pretty easy, quick, and fun to use, and the results look pretty realistic. Can't decide on your wallpaper? Just make it a photo mess, and I mean that in a good way. Photo Mess is an app that lets you make great-looking photo collages for wallpaper, sharing, and much more. Who says scrapbooking isn't for digital tools? Thinking of a nip and tuck, or just want to see a better you? Then check out Photolr Photo Studio, a great little photo editing app. The best hidden trick in here is the makeover set of tools for facelifts, skin coloring, and more. Here's a warning though, don't overdo it or you'll look like one of Gotham City's supervillains. Sick of plugging into iTunes to sync your photos? Check out Photosync, which solves this problem by allowing you to sync as long as you're in Wi-Fi range. It's really handy, and plugging in, it's so 2009. Ever wondered what famous person you look like, or want to see if your phone can find your doppelganger? Have a look at MyCeleb, which analyzes a photo and finds a pretty accurate face twin. Well, there's no question that photography really has changed over the years, especially when it comes to digital photography. And now with camera phones, we can literally capture memories anywhere we go. I want to show you, though, how easy it is to truly share those memories while you're on the go. I'm down at Black's Photography, and this is the Black's Photo Print app. And you'll be amazed at how simple it is now to take the pictures from your camera phone and get some professional Photolab quality prints printed out. So right on the home screen, I've got a few different options. I can go right into the camera if I wanted to take a picture now and have it professionally printed, or I can go into albums and browse through the photos that I already have. I can then pull up the menu at the bottom, and now I can actually select the photos that I want printed. I just check them off one by one with my finger here. And once I've done that, I simply hit the little print icon and I'm ready to go to the next screen. And this is cool. I can then select a number of other options. Here I can select the finish of the photo, whether I want glossy or matte. And I can also go in and select whether I want borders or no borders. And this is kind of cool. I can go into the individual pictures and pick the sizes I want as well, and the quantity. So on this one here, maybe I want a couple 4x6s. I can then go into the next one, and I want a bigger one on this one here. I'm going to do an 8x10. Once I've done that, I want to go up here and make sure that I've selected the closest Black store. And this is cool because using the built-in GPS of the phone, it'll automatically select the closest one for me. I select Richmond Center and then checkout. It'll give me a subtotal of my order, and then I finalize it, and I'm good to go. So I've just ordered my prints off the Black's Photo Print app, and while I'm waiting, I'm going to chat with Darna. I'm pretty excited about getting these photos.
I could imagine. So they take about an hour to process. We go through and make sure that every picture has the quality that you deserve, and you'll get them in about an hour's time.
So some people may be surprised to know that TELUS phones are actually carried at all Black's locations. So smartphones in a traditional camera store?
Absolutely, more so now that people want to print their pictures. You would look at probably something with a 3-megapixel camera to get a decent quality, and the majority of our smartphones have those.
So tell me about the Black's difference.
Black's difference is a Prints for Life program. So with every smartphone sold, you get 1,000 prints free for the life of your contract of 3 years. So over 3 years, you get 3,000 prints. We also give a free lesson with every smartphone sold.
3,000 prints?
3,000 prints.
And how do they get them printed?
Very simple. Bring your smartphone into the store, we hook it up to our kiosks, we check the quality, and we print the image for you.
So thanks for spending some time with me, Darna.
No problem, thank you.
You can get the Black's Photo Print app on your iPhone, BlackBerry, or Android, and you can pick up your prints at over 100 Black's Photo locations across Canada.
Coming up after the break, we've got a couple of different ways to use your camera and the apps to help you do it.
And what if I told you that some apps even turn your camera viewfinder into a window on another world? A world where you're the last hope of the Rebel Alliance.
Hope you're a good shot and don't mind moving fast, because traveling through hyperspace ain't like dusting crops, boy.
Okay, Han. We'll be back right after this.
Photography is a skill and an art, and with these apps, it's about to get a whole lot easier. They're about image, and there are Hot 5. First up, let there be Lightmeter. No longer will you see a picture you took and wonder why it looks like you took it in a coal mine at night. Test the exposure with the Lightmeter, then follow the settings guide to take a perfect picture every time, unless you actually are in a coal mine at night. Next, the DSLR camera remote app. Just add a simple cable connection and you can do amazing things with your digital camera. Connected to your computer, you can preview images, fire the shutter, and even record video. It's ideal for hard angles, remote locations, and even for a studio setting. The Sunseeker Augmented Reality Viewer app is a hot item when dealing with sunlight. It helps deal with natural lighting for photos and also tracks the sun itself, letting you know where it is when it's hidden by a cloud cover or even walls. If you lack this app, just remember the sun is that big fiery ball in the sky. Depth of field is something every photographer deals with, and if you're like me, you want to take a picture, not figure out calculations. This app does the math for you, letting you focus on what's in the frame. Calculations are done immediately and given in feet or meters. So now you've taken the photos, you've framed them, and want to hang them. The iHandy level comes into the picture here to help you hang the pics straight the first time. One hammer, one nail, one shot. Love it.
It's the fastest hunk of junk in the galaxy and able to do the Kessel run in 12 parsecs. I bet a few of you know what I'm talking about. The famous Millennium Falcon from the Star Wars films, piloted by the lovable smuggler Han Solo. We're going to have a look at the game for the iPhone or iPod Touch that lets you relive that famous scene when Luke Skywalker climbs into the Falcon's gun turret and blasts down some enemy TIE fighters. The game is called Star Wars, Falcon Gunner, and as you'll see, it's literally a dizzying experience with the help of your device's camera.
Incoming 1 o'clock.
You'll immediately recognize the signature Star Wars audio score and sound effects throughout.
Stay with it.
It has fantastic visuals, which will help you get in the mood to blast some Imperial enemies.
Shields up.
There are 3 stages, one for each movie. And yes, I'm only referring to the original trilogy, but you gotta start at stage 1. You earn add-ons like ammo and shield strength, or you could pay for upgrades. Even in outer space, it appears that money talks, but unfortunately, you can't pay with Imperial credits. Now, playing this game is a physically interactive experience. You actually wind up holding the iPhone a little farther from your face than usual as you chase those pesky TIE fighters. To satisfy your inner child, try this game out in a swivel chair. Then you can feel like you're Luke Skywalker escaping the Death Star to save the beautiful princess, who turns out to be your sister. Well, she wasn't that pretty anyways. But let's talk augmented reality and get back to Earth.
Strap in, kid.
In the settings, you'll see an option for the AR mode, which turns on the augmented reality. This eliminates the background of space and planets and puts those fighters and asteroids over top of what your camera is actually seeing. This is pretty revolutionary stuff. I found that moving around felt easier with the AR mode on because you have a much better sense of where you are. It's strange but cool to have your childhood Star Wars dreams floating around in the real world. But with every bit of the force you'll feel flowing through you, the dark side lingers.
I have a bad feeling about this.
The voice actors for Han and Leia are repetitive and don't really sound accurate to the movie's version.
Great shot.
And variety is kind of limited at times as well. You'll need a Jedi's patience finding something to shoot at sometimes. This is probably our favorite game of the series so far. More importantly, the augmented reality is really pretty incredible to play with. It almost feels like a Jedi mind trick.
There are apps for anything, and this segment will prove that beyond any doubt. Let's start off with the Love Calculator Pro. As opposed to the amateur or semi-pro calculator, the Love Calculator Pro gives you the opportunity to leave major life choices up to an app. The app will determine your best friends, your sexual intimacies, and possibly life partners. No longer will you need to carry around a pack of tarot cards or a magic 8-ball to determine if your date is going well. And once you've let that phone determine that you are in fact with the one, why not set the mood with a virtual candle? Instead of those expensive, smelly, and romantic real ones, simply download the Candlefire app and set your new romance ablaze. Both of these apps are for the iOS, and both are, in a word, lovely.
Just when you think you might have seen it all, AJ's about to take the sophistication of the Camera Plus app head-to-head with the retro-style quirkiness of Hipstamatic. This is one of those legendary matchups you'll be able to tell your kids about. Back in a moment. Cameras are all about capturing moments of any kind, anything from family portraits to inappropriate Facebook material. This Hot 5 zooms in on camera apps. First up, GorillaCam. It makes taking pictures so simple, even a monkey could do it. GorillaCam comes complete with a timer, continuous rapid-fire setting, anti-shake filter, and image sizer. With this many features, you may run out of photo ideas before you run out of ways to take pictures. Do you chase celebrities? Do you work in espionage? Then Paparazzi Cam might be for you. It's got high-speed shooting and a self-portrait timer, but the most interesting feature is the mask. This feature allows you to snap photos even though it looks like you're talking on your phone. Sneaky, eh? Show you're a Wall Street playa with World Card mobile app. Read and scan business cards, then update, index, organize, and group your contacts for quick reference. It also features an email signature capture feature and social network connection. Well, it sounds like a David Cronenberg movie from the 80s, and like the movie, the scanner might blow your mind. To avoid wallets, purses, and pockets filled with folded bits of paper, scan everything with this app and export them as PDFs. This will be the end of your George Costanza wallet. And finally, the ultimate in stress management, the chain gun simulator, Firepower. It turns the camera in your phone into a realistic, gravity-affected, lead-spitting, virtual blood-splattering stress reliever. Unwind and unload, all at the same time.
Two of the most popular apps for snapping pics are Camera Plus and Hipstamatic. Camera Plus really takes advantage of advanced features for your camera in your phone, and Hipstamatic lets you do some really cool creative shots. Let's start by taking a look at the user interface. Hipstamatic's user interface definitely conjures images of the bygone days of the actual camera. It has a retro feel, complete with a small viewfinder and a variety of lenses that can be changed with the swipe of a finger. Camera Plus's user interface is more about the full screen approach. It uses an embedded 3x3 framing grid and an image stabilizer to help set up your shot. Once you've snapped the pic in either app, it can be shared via Facebook, Flickr, Twitter, or email. Oh, that's great. Now that we've snapped some photos in both of the apps, let's take a look at how they compare. The Camera Plus picture definitely has a crisper image. Camera Plus offers a zoom feature to give more variety to your shots, while Hipstamatic uses a fixed focus, which obviously imposes more limitations. In our experiences, Camera Plus comes out on top here in both image quality and flexibility. Finally, we're gonna have a look at photo effects. This is really gonna give us an opportunity to compare the two apps. Hipstamatic operates like the analog cameras of yesteryear. You select your lens, flash, and film, and then take your shot. This means things like levels of contrast and the brightness of the shot are locked once the shot is taken. And again, Camera Plus seems to be built with options and flexibility in mind, so if you're the kind of person that likes to mess with your photos, this is definitely an application that works a little better for that. Cropping shots and adding filters that range from black and white to retro look, as well as messing around with the basics of the existing image, like the contrast and the brightness, are as easy as point and click. So which one is better? Neither really, it just depends on what you're looking for. Hipstamatic kind of has that retro feel, and it has that option where you can change the lenses and the flash by shaking it, so you don't know what you're gonna get, and it can be a lot of fun. The old school viewfinder effect might bother some, but the app is ideal for any amateur photographer. It may seem like Camera Plus is the only app for your phone with all that features and functionality. However, it didn't have an undo feature, which I think would have made it more user-friendly. Hopefully we'll see that in the next version. That's it, all wrapped up. Pretty as a picture. Say cheese.
Applications have never been easier to use, thanks to the ingenuity of Android. Let's begin on your home screen. Push the Apps button, located at the bottom of your screen. Now you can browse through your selection of applications. Scroll to view the entire library. Once you've located one that you'd like to open, select it. If there's an application you use frequently, you can add a shortcut for it on your home screen. Starting on your home page, tap the Apps button. Next, locate the application you'd like to create a shortcut for. Now select it and drag it to your desired location. A new shortcut will automatically be added to your home screen. It's easy to download new applications. We'll begin again on your home screen. Tap the Apps button and then select the market icon. If you haven't already signed in with your Google account username and password, you will be prompted to do so. Once that's done, review the Android Market Terms of Service, and if you agree, accept them. When you log into your Google account, it syncs your Google apps to your phone, like Gmail, Google Talk, and YouTube. All you have to do now is click on the icon from the Apps menu, and your account information automatically syncs to your phone. For example, click on the Gmail icon and you will see all your messages. Your contacts and calendar events will now be populated on your phone as well. You can browse Android Market to view the hottest new apps. Many apps are available free of charge. Applications and games can also be viewed by category. Simply tap the corresponding tab. If you're looking for something specific, just press your search key. Enter a keyword and a list of suggestions will populate. To install an application, tap its tab and then follow the prompts. Once you've begun the download process, the app will complete its own installation automatically. It's easy to remove an application from your Android device, but please note, apps that come pre-installed cannot be deleted. Removing an app starts on your home screen. Select the app's icon and then click Settings, then click Applications, and then Manage Applications. All the apps on your phone will populate here and be categorized as well. Next, tap the application you'd like to delete. Select Uninstall and a confirmation window will open. Simply tap the OK button to complete the process. With Android 2.2, you can move some apps to your device's memory card to free up space on your phone. Follow the same steps we just walked you through, and instead of choosing Uninstall, choose Move to SD card. Now that you've mastered apps, it's time to start browsing Android Market. Just before we go, we want to squeeze in a look at two apps with great names, Fat Booth and Old Booth.
Just for the record, I did not want to do this segment. Well, as you can imagine, both of these apps are in no way ideal for taking passport photos or pictures you want to use to commemorate those precious memories.
Fat Booth does exactly what the name says. It's like stepping into a photo booth that adds about 40 pounds and taking a picture of yourself. Let's try it out.
Oh, I'm not gonna like this.
Here we go. Definitely good times.
Nice. Well, Old Booth is the same deal, only it creates a retro look with your choice of 60 different masks to use. It's my turn now.
Oh no.
I'm gonna put your face in here. So you can actually select looks from the 40s and how about the 70s here? You're pretty styling.
I look like Chewbacca.
I think Chewbacca's got it over you on this one.
Thanks, Mike, thanks. Well, that about wraps up our look at all things photography and app related. We'll see you next time on AppTV.
You would have been pretty ugly in the 70s.
Yeah, well, he doesn't look so great fat either, does he?
Thanks for watching.
AppTV has been brought to you by TELUS.